Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I shall continue. And I need to re-equip a few things. Because there's a Hydra. Stability 63 55 64. Why did I equip a shield and the Hawkwing and Havel's ring? Because of that one. Come closer. I know you want to. Yes, there's a Hydra here. Really? Asshole. No. Ugh. Well, that was a blatant nope. We poked something. I poked something off. No significance of the Hydra here. Maybe it's a soul. It's backing off. It's backing off. Don't do that, stupid thing. Ooh. Yes. And another hat. Oh, the water effects. Oh, yoy. I'm glad when this thing is dead. Oops. No. That. Wow. Bitch, please. Stop being stupid. Oh, come on. Come closer, please. Yes. Oh, it changed the talisman. Great. No miracles for now. It's fine. Soon it's dead anyway. Jesus. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Ay, so many shields. So many shields of the Silver Knight. There you are. Now you. Question. And yes, I didn't read that, but Venheim Dragon School, Venheim Dragon School. Doesn't really say, oops, anything. But I wonder. I wonder. Does this give me more power? Another dragon scale. I should talk about Ash Lake, but right now I'm more interested in the power I can have. I'm delving into min-maxing territory. Yay me. If you're a min-maxer, good for you, more power to you, I don't care about you. But right now I'm curious, You there! Anything shell? So, 3, 2, 3. Without it. Same. So it does nothing for me. Which is a goddamn shame. So, covetous gold serpent ring it is. Ah, Ash Lake. Old forgotten battlefield of the War of the Ancients. Hello. Evident by the name, the sand isn't not just sand, it's at least sand mixed with ash. And all the dragon scales scattered around. And then there's this big skull. Would you... Jesus. There. This big skull. I doubt that it is a giant skull or a dragon skull. One of the biggest mysteries in Dark Souls. What is this skull? Well, I hear you. Here, have a big one. For flippin' heck. Yay, I can farm Drinking Titanite now. Okay, granted I could have found it earlier, but nah. Why do those drop Twinkling Titanite? Let's look at their inside of the shells. Crystal skulls. Enough said. And this skull is probably just here to convey that this is basically one huge graveyard. Burnt down arch trees, still standing arch trees, which are quote unquote holding the Asgardian world where we live in. And yes, I'm not saying Asgardian because it sounds like Asgardian. And I don't want it, so I say it more German. Asgard, Asgardian. Just so I don't run into this pun trap. So, what is this place? This is the ancient past. This is legend. Deep ocean. Bottomless ocean even. Jesus. This is the unknown. At least for us. And probably for the lords as well. This is the unknown. This is the origin. This is where everything began. This is a cradle of life, if you want to say it like that. And it is abandoned. So there's a thing in here that I want. Yes, I saw you. Oh god. Those guys use the big lightning spears like nobody's business. Really, stop it. You're frightening me. Jesus. 6 spears. 6 of the great ones. Oy, oy, oy. So... oh, another Eye of Death? Oh god. FromSoft? Ugh. Making me worry. Crawling through here. What do we have? Great magic barrier. More Havelork. Why is this down here? I don't know. Miracle of Bishop Havelork. Cover body and powerful defensive magic coating. Havelork, an old battlefield compatriot of Lord Gwyn, was a sworn enemy of Caesar Scalus. He despised magic and made certain to devise a means of counteraction. The plot thickened around Havelork. So the at least Havel's conspiracy, which is probably part of the occult conspiracy, is around Havel and Seath. And that is, for all intents and purposes, the reason why Havel was locked up. Seath is, for Lord Gwyn, a mighty asset, a mighty ally. So why having Havel? Hello? Oh yeah, right. So why having Havel basically execute Caesar Scalus? And Havel probably saw the gods, his former allies, as enemies after that, and allied with the occult. Because if he had to go against Seath, And he most likely had to go against Gwyn. So why don't have a means to go against him already in hand? Why the occult or the occult members are hunting gods, I don't know. Maybe they are extremists that saw the lies of Gwyn without his cat even popping up. I don't know. Now, back to Ash Lake. I said this is the beginning, the origin, the cradle of life, if you want to. Or basically the template of life. Because even the ancient dragons, still moving and still natural. And I will not get the Dragonstone, screw that. It's basically... oh, hello. It's basically saying... no! They're basically saying that there are people there are people who want immortality, and their way of becoming immortal is imitating the ancient dragons. A way something Logan also tried to do. Not for immortality, but for us to widen and deepen his understanding of magic. What the... oh god. Floating sand. This whole way is not solid, it's held up by magic. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. And this one. This ancient dragon, fledgling, could be seen as a proof that maybe the Age of Ancients wasn't that unchanging and neutral. And yes, this here is the perfect representation of neutrality and tranquility. Just look at how still the sea is. And if you would stay here, not even a breeze would move. These giant trees, just look at them. Silent pillars, unmoving, unchanging. You know what? I want my 10 humanity. I need to farm humanity again. And I need archives. Here I come. But first, let's do this. Luckily, here's nothing really happening except for these clamps now. For which I'm profoundly glad. Imagine this area full of enemies. Wouldn't really fit. And as long as I don't go into this tree, or the other tree, back there, I'm basically free of all this shenanigans. But it's worthwhile to note that his clamps This man eating shells. Drop purging stones. This is not planned or scripted, I tell you that much. Thanks. Well, let's read it again. Where are you? There you are, purging stone. Ash-colored stone encasing a skull. Secret treasure of Astor, the Earl of Karim, reduces curse buildup and breaks curse. Humans are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. The purging stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person or some other being. So, every being eaten by it and basically dying in it becomes a purging stone. And apparently Karim is rife with them. Rife with those shells. But we have two enemies that basically cancel each other out. We have the basilisks that inflict curse, bringing us into a state of neutrality, aka turning us into stone with their breath. And then there are these shells. Who can redirect the curse. The stone curse. And so basically freeing oneself or a statue from it. In Dark Souls 2 it would be the Fragrant Ranch of Yore, which is a little bit silly if you ask me. Stop resisting. Thank you. More twinkling. Thank you. I may or may not need it. No, 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 no. Aha. Thank you. What is the point I wanted to make? That even this still world, this unmoving world, has apparently changed things that cancel each other out. You could argue that this itself is a state of neutrality. Because on the one hand you have the danger of being turned to stone. On the other hand there's a danger of being returned to life. Yes, I say both danger because some may argue that being a statue, being neutral, is actually worth striving to, worth being. And he may then argue that being back to flesh is a danger. As a statue you don't have to mind anybody else. You are just there, content with what you are. But this is not life. This is neutrality, tranquility. And there are other ways to achieve that. To balance yourself out. But yes, maybe neutrality isn't just about being still and stone. And look, there's water. Why should there be water? And there's at least wood like stone. If not straight up wood. Look at all this. It kinda balances each other out. Yes, it's also a big graveyard, and I admit it now. This is probably the one and only graveyard I don't mind. Really, I don't mind it here. And the skull is basically the only thing that reminds me of it. Remove it, and I just sit here, staring over the sea, past the trees, and just stare into nothing, basically. And I would feel fine. I may go down to the water, drink a little bit, try to pull off some flesh from these clams or basilisks, roast some mushrooms. I would still stay a while here and just blankly stare into this vastness. At one point I will peace out because, well, I'm alive. But I would go here to balance myself out. Taking a break from all that stuff that is happening. And just sit here and do nothing. Maybe that is what Ash Lake wants to convey. Balance. Neutrality through balance. Maybe that's it. Maybe. But I really don't know. But this is a great thing with this game. You don't really have to know. Sometimes it's what you see and what you believe in it. What you believe you have. What do you believe in what... Let me start again. Sometimes it is just what you see and what you make out of it. What interpretation you come to. And I tell you right now, there are as many interpretations as there are Dark Souls players. Ask anyone about Ash Lake and you will have different answers. Some more similar to than others, but still every single answer will be completely different. This is balance. This is balance for me. Oh. And Sieglin is gone. As is a corpse of Siegmeyer. It's not like that Siegmeyer will return as Siegward in Dark Souls 3, right? I'm sorry. But at this point... I don't really care. I have already talked about Siegmeyer and Siegward, so I think it's fair game by now that I mention them again. I think I'm actually done here. One thing I still have to do is reading a description of an ultra great or a great. Ah, they were Dragon Greatsword. An ultra great, of course. Why shouldn't it be? This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tale of the stone dragon of Ash Lake. descendant of the ancient dragons. Its great mystical power will be unleashed when wielded with two hands. Well, the ancient dragon down there isn't really an ancient dragon, apparently. It's a stone dragon, a descendant. Probably a direct descendant, granted, but still not a fully fledged dragon in the sense of this universe. Still higher than any drake can be, and probably on the same step as a gaping dragon, maybe even higher, but still. There are only two true dragons here, Seath and Calamite. Interesting. Really, really interesting. And yes, he has two different horns. One sticks sideways out of the skull, one goes back behind him. And he didn't even care that I cut off his tail. Interesting. Well, that's Ash Lake for you. Balance, and to some degree apparently not caring. It will balance itself out anyway, right? Well, with that I say good night and sleep well.